Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Amnesia Memories on Toma's route in Diamond World. And this is an impromptu break because this video went on way too long to contain to one video, but it's also a little bit short for a full 30-minute episode. So this break is getting inserted somewhere random that I have no idea where, but wherever that is, you can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. Toma. I'm sorry. I made a huge mistake. Toma. I thought that you liked Iki. But on that day you collapsed, when I went to pick up your stuff from your room, I found out you were being harassed. I got scared. Your life was in danger, and I was afraid I would lose you forever. I thought I needed to hide the truth, and to find a way to separate you from Iki. I'd made up my mind. I didn't care if I had to deceive you, or to be hated by you once you discovered the truth. But that wasn't the case. In the end, I couldn't actually see the real you. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. I know this isn't something that can be forgiven with an apology, but let me apologize at least. Also, I know it's too late now, but I need to say it. Dirili, I love you. It's never too late to say that. I haven't thought of you as a younger sister for a long time now. I couldn't. Then why did you keep saying those things? But I didn't want you to dislike me, so I held back for so long. You gave me a lot of mixed feelings, buddy. I wanted to touch you and hold you, but I didn't know if I'd ever be able to see you again if I did. I was scared. I really do love you. I've known you since we were little kids, and you've been by my side all these years, until now. I don't want to lose you. This is the one thing I can't give up to Shin. I can't let any other man have you. I've always been in love with you. Toma. I love you too, Toma. I do want you to hold me and touch me, that's why... Hold on a moment, not like this. Here, put this on. I'm finally able to hold you like this. With that, the unrequited feelings we had been holding back for 19 years were finally free.
So, you're admitting that the data here is all true, Rika?
I'm very sorry. The fan club, we were responsible for everything.
Not that you could get out of it if you wanted to. The photo clearly shows that girl putting an object in the mailbox. I'm surprised you didn't get tired of doing this every day.
I'm very sorry.
So, you also cut her hair and dropped the flower pot on her.
She did that, not her minions?
And shoved her at the railroad crossing.
That was...
Was what?
Nothing, it's nothing. I didn't order that, but we were all out of control. I'm sorry. We went too far. We really are very sorry. I can't even explain why it went this far. It's true that I didn't want Dirili getting any closer to Iki, but the bullying got worse and worse over time. I wanted to stop it, but it was past the point of being stopped. It was like the devil himself was fulfilling my wish. To be quite honest, I was scared myself. But it was all because Iki only paid attention to her.
So what? You intend to eliminate every person who gets near me. Are you so blind that you cannot even tell the difference between romance and friendship?
I'm gonna ruin his life by not allowing him to ever have friends.
I hate that. I'm starting to lose faith in humanity. And? Was the speeding motorcycle and the suspicious man part of this too?
What? What motorcycle? And what suspicious man? As you can see, our members are all girls. We have no men here.
He wasn't someone you knew?
It's possible, I suppose, but I don't know anything about this.
So the motorcycle might have just been a hit and run. We should probably report them to the police along with that man. One more thing. You were involved in the website, right? You knew about that. Why would you think I didn't? You had a huge field day spreading flames to all those places. Well, what do you mean, field day? And do you mean it was a big thing on the internet? They spread fake rumors about Dirili online and got help from all sorts of people in bullying her. They said things like Dirili was a shoplifter and that she stole someone's boyfriend, causing the girl to commit suicide. Thanks to that, people who don't know the truth are spreading those rumors about Dirili. She's under 24-hour surveillance by these creeps, and you never know when one of them might try something stupid. Just think, Iki, it's very possible that someone is watching her right now taking pictures. What? And within an hour, it'll probably be uploaded to the internet, along with another malicious article. Rika, what is the meaning of this? I'm sorry. You think it can be fixed with an apology? Sure, it might be fine for you to just apologize. You'll probably feel better if you admit your wrongdoings and we forgive you. I'm sure you're feeling a touch guilty after all that harassment, but it's different for her. It wouldn't have been a surprise if Dirili had died and her personal information stayed on the internet. Even if you girls apologize and say you wouldn't bully her anymore, the harassment has a life of its own now. This is a real problem. Even now, Dirili is getting weird messages. And it wouldn't be a surprise if some idiot who believes the rumors online tried to hurt her. This is all because of what you've done. Do you think it'll be okay if you just apologize? That's... If this doesn't settle down soon, we haven't ruled out going to the police. You better be prepared. But before that, there's something I want you to do. What would that be? I want you to admit what you've done and go apologize online, explaining that the rumors are completely false. Ideally, you would disclose your own personal info for this, but that would be too much, and I won't ask you to do that. However, one of you needs to use your contact information. It doesn't matter which one of you, but leave your phone number and email address. When you get calls and messages asking questions, or people harassing you, man up and deal with it. I don't know if this will help put out the fire, but don't you think that's the least you can do? Well, I got it. I'll take responsibility for this, and see that they do it. Also, I don't know if there isn't much point in apologizing, but please let me. I'm really sorry about this, Dirili. Those people on the internet just got caught up in the latest idiotic craze. It'll die down quickly when enough of them get tired of it. I think it'll be over within a month if those girls explain the truth.
Toma, were you gathering evidence all this time?
Yeah, I was gathering evidence. I'm not a pro at it, so it's not really much.
You're no shin at this, apparently.
First, we should ask Sawa and Mine if they know anything. Next, we'll need to follow the trail of rumors to their source and put a hidden camera near the mailbox. Oh, and of course we'll have to get permission from the building before installing the camera. After that, we should check each of the messages you received on your cell phone.
Messages on my cell phone?
Oh, you haven't seen them. I actually got the cell phone you were using before. When you collapsed, you dropped your old cell phone, and I picked it up. You kept receiving messages the entire time, even while you were in the hospital. I didn't even need to open the phone to see the titles displayed in the window. They all said things like die or go to hell. A lot of them were really harsh. I'm sorry, but I did read through them. That's how I found out you were being harassed.
So, the reason you said it was broken and got me a new one was...
I wanted to hold on to the phone to keep the messages as evidence, so I got you a new one. I also said that to block messages from anyone who wasn't a friend. I'm sorry for doing this without asking, but I didn't want you to be scared.
So, when you lied and said you were my boyfriend, it was because you wanted to separate me from Iki.
It seemed like you had forgotten about a lot of things, and I figured it was just a matter of enduring a short period of time. I wanted to separate you from Iki and get all the harassment to end during that time. Then I planned to return you to Iki. Oh, he cared that much about my happiness that he would actually do that? Even now? No way, I can't do that now. Not now that we've said we loved each other. At first, I really only meant to pretend to be your boyfriend. But you trusted me so honestly and depended on my help. I was so happy to think that I was the only person you saw. Also, I felt really guilty. Idiot. Yeah, I really am an idiot. That's not what I mean. I've only ever looked at you that way. Always, until now, Toma. I like you, and I tried to show you so many times, but you were the one who never realized it. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was my fault. But what do you mean by showing me? Well, I gave you chocolate on Valentine's Day. But you gave the same thing to Shin, too. I gave you birthday presents. I probably gave them to Shin, too. Oh yeah, like the hand-knitted belly warmer. Belly warmer? What the heck? The beige one. I thought it was a joke gift. Oh, that's kind of sad. What is a belly warmer? It was a scarf. I guess it was like a really short scarf or something. And after I got into college, I tried dressing more stylishly and asking you on dates. You mean like the time you threatened me? Saying if I... You mean like the time you threatened me, saying that if I didn't go with you to see a gory film, you'd force Shin to go with you? So this is why he's traumatized by me? You know, Shin doesn't like blood. I thought that was pretty mean. I didn't really say I would force him. If that's what you mean by trying to show me, you're not very good at this. I'm sorry, I'm not good at it, but I really tried hard. You don't need to try hard. It would have been more than enough if you just acted normally. You know, Dirili, are you really okay with me? I did some terrible things to you. Well, if you see a therapist... Hey, Toma, let's take a walk together. There's somewhere I want to go. Where would that be? Don't tell me it's my place. No, this path is where I wanted to go. Toma, do you still remember the promise we made on this path when we were kids? Of course, I couldn't forget. I found you crying here. Then, I promised you that I would protect you from anything scary from then on. Yeah. Toma, thank you for keeping your promise. You protected me from scary things. Not really. Did I actually keep my promise with what I did back then? Well, sort of. Who knows? Actually, if he hadn't kept me caged, I might have actually gotten killed. Sure you did. I mean, I felt happy. Happy that you were standing by me all the time, Toma. It might be weird for me to say this, but I'm not a great guy. I'm selfish and cowardly and egotistical. I might look good, but that's it. What exactly about me do you like? That you're like an older brother. That's not... No, that wasn't the right thing to say. He's already got a complex about that. That's pretty inconsistent with your declaration that you didn't want to be treated as a younger sister. I know I said that, but it's the truth. I feel safe when I'm near you. Despite my being like this, I think I'm in the worst category of guys. Yes, you're a yandere, but I love you. Yandere number 2. You're the worst, huh? Yeah, I am. No matter how you think about it. Then I guess I'm the only girl who could like you, the worst guy. That makes me really happy. I don't have to worry about you getting stolen by other girls. You really do have bad taste in men. Don't say the same thing as Iki. What? Now I'm curious. What did Iki say? He said you look well-mannered, but you're difficult to deal with. He said I'd have a hard time. And don't ask me what Ukyo said about you. Yeah, he's right. But I think that goes for the both of us.
That is true.
Are you talking about Iki?
No, he's talking about you, fool.
No, you. You really are difficult.
I try so hard to hold on to you, but you never stay put in my hands.
Really?
Yes, really. Even now I'm on edge just thinking that you might leap away from me at any time. But I'd come back.
Huh?
I don't intend to leave you. I wouldn't do that. But even if I did, I'd always return to you, Toma. I'd want to be close to you and to feel your arms around me.
Dirili.
So don't worry.
Idiot. If you say that, it'll make it harder for me not to worry.
Why?
You're so cute, it makes me worry.
Oh, I love it when the guys blush.
You really do give me a hard time, and you might regret choosing me. But still, I don't want to let you go. I don't want to give you up to anyone else. I'm sorry, Dirili.
You just keep apologizing.
Because I did such a terrible thing to you recently. Let me apologize at least.
It wasn't a terrible thing at all. Toma, I'm fine. Actually, it was a terrible thing. Even if you didn't mind it too much because we weren't tortured or anything, it's still a terrible thing. We still need to make him see a therapist. It was a little boring, but I felt like someone was there with me.
Who?
Huh? Who was it? Someone was always with me, and always encouraging me. Was it just a dream? It would be strange if it wasn't, I guess.
Is that someone you imagined because it was hard being inside all the time?
You mean, was I going crazy because of how you were treating me?
If so, I really might die of guilt.
No, I don't think so. And I mean it when I say it wasn't that bad. Besides, you said I was confined, but that cage was broken.
That's what I wanted to ask. How did you get out? What was broken?
I won't tell you.
Come on, tell me.
Well, maybe if...
If what?
I'll tell you if you give me a hug.
I'm being serious.
You don't want to?
Idiot.
Well, I asked for a hug, but kiss is a nice bonus.
You're naive if you think it'll just end with a hug now.
Oh, well... Okay, kiss is good, but you can't do anything else because we're in the street, Toma. Toma!
I'm not going to hold back. For all the time I've been enduring this, you better be prepared.
Sounds like we're gonna need a few energy drinks. Yeah, I am.
I love you. I always have and always will.
Memories of Toma has been unlocked. Do I get an epilogue? No! Why was Kent the only one to get an epilogue? I mean, I love him and he's the one I would have wanted an epilogue for, but I'm just confused. I feel like, have I done something wrong? I don't know. Well, that's it for our time with Toma in Diamond World, and I really enjoyed it because I love yandere and tsundere characters. I know a lot of people don't, but I mean, only in stories though. I could not abide things like that in real life at all, definitely. And in real life, I'd be like, I would probably still like him actually, but I would definitely be very serious about him seeing a therapist and perhaps maybe needing some medication. But there is just something about the fact of being loved so much that, I mean, there were so many times that we went out and something serious happened to me, you know, and there was the very real dangers that I could have been killed or hurt seriously, and he was so desperate to keep me safe that he kept me locked in that cage. And I know a lot of people were upset about the cage thing, but the fact that he cared that much, that he was that desperate to make sure that I stayed alive, that really felt very loving to me. But yeah, I know and I understand how that upset a lot of other people in his storyline. But he was really particularly creepy when he actually got the dark circles around his eyes like Ukyo. I was like, oh, holy crap. And it was pretty cool how Ukyo was like, yeah, Toma's crazy too, but he doesn't know it like I do. Oh, man. And I also really liked how observant Toma was. It's like you really could not pull one over on him. The one thing that I'm kind of confused about is, how did he get Shin to stay away? Because he said he was going to do something to make him not want to come back anymore, but he never said what it was. And Shin actually didn't stop by, so I don't know what happened. And we didn't even see Kent in this route, did we? My beautiful, beautiful Kent, where have you been? We don't get to see enough of him in everybody else's stories. Alright, well, the next episode will be Toma's normal ending and his bad endings. And then we'll move on to Ukyo, which I cannot wait for! Woohoo! So technically, Ukyo has a lot of bad endings because our bad endings with all these other guys, Ukyo tends to be the facilitator of those bad endings. Tune in next time to see the rest of the endings for Toma. Hope to see you there or in some of my other videos. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.